Today we're going to learn about the water cycle. There are 4 parts to the water cycle: evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. This is a diagram of the water cycle. It is a little more in-depth than we're going to go today, but this is a good tool to see where the different parts of the water cycle happen. Let's talk about the first step in the water cycle, evaporation. Evaporation is the process where water is in its liquid form, gets too hot, and turns into a gas form. For example, the steam that comes from a boiling pot of water is a form of evaporation. Condensation is what happens as the evaporation cools down a little. The steam cools and creates clouds. When these clouds get too heavy, we get precipitation. This is when the water in its gas state returns to water in a liquid state. There are lots of different types of precipitation: snow, rain, sleet, and hail. We sometimes use this precipitation as drinking water and collect it in large collection systems. Some people might collect water at home to water their plants or provide drinking water for their livestock in rain barrels. Big companies will take water from lakes, preserves, and oceans to turn into drinking water. Water pollution is a huge problem. The water can get polluted in all 4 stages of the water cycle. Some ways we pollute our water include runoff from pesticides, sewage, livestock waste, oil and emissions from cars, and cleaning products. With all the pollution in our water, we have to be careful what we drink. Bottled water may sound like the best choice, but the factories making the bottles may be adding to the pollution, and the bottles, if not recycled, often end up in landfills. We can see the effects of water pollution and the effects it's having in this picture of Minamata Bay in Japan. They can't drink the water or use it for cooking. Situations like this often end up affecting the wildlife in the area and can be a breeding ground for disease. There are lots of ways to help cut down on pollution. We can ride bikes, walk, carpool, cut down on emissions from factories, or stop littering. Out of all the water on the planet, 96.1% of it is from oceans and might be unusable because of the salt content. We have to take care of our water, especially when we can only use 1% of the water on the planet.